I'm a longtime Madden fan who's been with the series through its highs, like when Madden 2003 added online play, and its lows, like when they added game flow in Madden 11. When I got my hands on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions of Madden 25, at first I liked a lot of what I saw. But after a few games, I started noticing more and more problems with how these players handle and those dogpiled on top of each other. Right now, if I've got to pick between the next-gen version and the current-gen one, I'd rather play Madden on an Xbox 360 or a PlayStation 3. Obviously, Madden 25 looks a bit better on the next-gen console. It still won't be winning any awards for big-time graphical advancements, but it does have some pretty cool touches around the field. The stadiums feel live, and the days of the flat and blurry crowds are over. I mean, seriously, whenever I broke a long touchdown run, the crowd made me feel like I had just done something grand. And when the home crowd isn't happy with how their team is performing, you'll definitely hear it. All these cutaways to the sidelines are satisfying, and EA deserves to be proud of how good it looks. But they shouldn't have had it happen this often, because some of the player interactions have gotten repetitive already. And even though character models look much sharper in 1080p, we're in serious uncanny valley territory here. There's something kind of off about these guys, and not just their soulless facial expressions. I'm not a fan of how a lot of the players look. Everyone has extremely long legs and small torsos, and it just looks generic to me. A couple of guys are particularly bad. For example, the 49ers' Colin Kaepernick doesn't sport any of his trademark body ink. And I didn't even recognize Kansas City Chiefs star running back Jamal Charles. I just kept saying, there's no way that's Jamal Charles. There's no way. It doesn't look like that. Here's another weird thing. Every so often it seems like player animations speed up. They're unnaturally fast, and it was screwing up my timing on offense. This isn't a frame rate issue, they're just moving really fast. The Xbox One and PlayStation 4 versions of Madden 25 have all the exact same features and modes I liked in the 360 and PS3. The Connected Franchise is a fun game mode to enjoy with a big group of friends. And Ultimate Team is a cool way to play with all your favorite players at once. I've always wondered how much a player's awareness and ability ratings really affected the game, but now you can plainly see it. These next-gen players are definitely smarter, and I really like watching how they react to real football situations. Just look at this. Champ Bailey dissected this play in no time. Before I knew it, he had stepped in front of the receiver, intercepted the ball, and headed the other way for 6 points. The same thing could be said about the 49ers corner, Terrell Brown. Just look at how he passes off his man and sees the tight end running this route to the flat. He jumps the route and returns it the other way for a touchdown. It forces you to make better choices when you're on offense, and that's another area where this Madden does it right. You can see this player awareness in other parts of the game too. For example, any self-respecting fan knows that the game of football is won and lost in the trenches. In the replays, you can see the offensive and defensive lines counter each other's decisions, and that's really cool. But I wish it was more noticeable when you're actually playing. For me though, where Madden 25 makes its big fumbles is in how EA changed the running game. I fancy myself a decent runner in Madden on 360 and PS3. I enjoy following my blockers to make one cut and run for daylight. However, on the Xbox One and PS4, far too many times I've had my runner slow down, shuffle his feet, and lose momentum while trying to get around the defender. Yeah, that's how they do it in real life, but I didn't feel like I was in control of the player. At times, it felt like Madden might be getting too realistic for its own good. It may be a better simulation, but it also makes the game less fun. Madden games catch a lot of flack for not changing enough every year. But here's an example of why change isn't always a good thing. The next-gen versions add more detail pretty much everywhere. But in the end, it makes me have to fight for control of my players and worry about little things that aren't that interesting. On the current gen, I feel like I'm in complete control of everything, from passing to running, and that I can trust both the offensive and defensive lines so I can focus on overall strategy. But the new version of Madden meddles with the running game, and it screws up the delicate balance between pass and run. Once EA manages to combine all this lifelike ambience and smarter players with responsive control in current gen Madden, I'll be a lot happier with the new generation.
The 49ers will approach this play from out of the pistol. 3rd and 9. James got it on the handoff. Picks up the first and still has some room to run. San Francisco, touchdown.